Everybody's sad. I love sad songs. So when I was on Capitol, the idea was I was going to make a second record, which I didn't end up doing. When I was writing for that, I remember driving in to Nashville thinking, what am I going to write today, with Tommy James, who helped me write that first record and some of these songs that I've put out now. And I was nervous. I was like, I just don't have an idea. And I had the radio turned up, and there was this really happy love song on. And I was like, this is not true. This is not true. None of this. And I had this idea, just popped in my head, this title, and I was like, I can't get there fast enough. And I was like, I gotta hold this in my head before it floats into the clouds. I gotta hold it really tight. And I got to the office and I ran upstairs where Tommy was preparing to write with me. And I said, I have this idea, this title. And he was like, oh my gosh. And he was playing this chord progression just for fun. And I was like, I think that's it. And then he finished the title. He just said the line that, made it all complete. And I was like, this is the song. So we wrote the song, and oh my gosh, it just killed me. And I was like, but it's not for me. He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, this is for a guy. I really feel like this is for a guy. I cannot explain it to you. And he was kind of frustrated with me because I needed to write songs for a record. And he went into the studio, I think the next week, just put a quick piano vocal down of him singing it. We turned it into our publishers, and my song guy over at Sony was listening to that session one night. And he made a phone call to somebody who was cutting their record that night in the studio and said, you gotta hear this song. And it's a story you hear about, but you never think is gonna happen to you. I just never imagined it. He drove it over to the studio where Gary Allan was making his record. And he played him the song, and he said, I'm gonna cut this. And when I found out, and Tommy found out, I was like, I told you. And what was crazy about it was because it was meant to be for Gary. His wife had just committed suicide. It was a really difficult time in his life. He was making this record, and I couldn't imagine anyone else singing it. So this is called Life Ain't Always Beautiful.